Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is noun phrase 438. The noun phrase today is the perfect storm, and we got two meanings and two uses. Okay, somebody wants a screenshot, do it right now. Let's get right to it. A perfect storm can refer to a type of monster storm produced by a combination of meteorological conditions that are combined to create it. So it's usually a number of storms that somehow come together, and then it creates this like superstorm. All right, now second meaning, by extension, it could be a situation in which several problems come together at the same time and create a much larger, more serious problem. Okay, let's continue. According to OED, remember the Oxford English Dictionary, the earliest references date back to 1718. One of the earliest uses in the sense of the second meaning was a citation from William Makepeace Thackeray's novel Vanity Fair. And, we just took a very short piece of the quote. Here's the quote. In the midst of a perfect storm of sympathy. So it wasn't a real storm, it was a storm of sympathy, a lot of sympathy coming together for some reason. All right, let's continue. In recent years, journalist and author Sebastian Junger helped to greatly popularize this phrase with his book and soon after movie called The Perfect Storm, about a fishing boat caught in a real-life Halloween nor'easter. And of course it was made into a movie. George Clooney was in it. It was not a bad movie, but that was of course about the weather condition, perfect storm. But ever since that time, it really caught on, and you heard people use the word perfect storm in many situations since then. All right, let's continue. And we got 4 examples here to show just how it's used. Here's the first one. A lot of journalists and pundits use the term a perfect storm in regard to the financial crisis of 2007-2008. Okay. Number 2, investors are hesitant due to a perfect storm of runaway inflation, inflation that's really, really high, stagnant business, possibly even a lot of business going down, and the ever closer threat of a possible world war, which God forbid we don't want, but that could scare people too because it leads to all kinds of uncertainty. And number 3, during the COVID crisis, that travel agency, so sometimes you could just use it with one particular business, it doesn't have to be the whole economy, was hit with a perfect storm of limited travel, flight cancellation. So if you're a travel agency and a lot of your international flight is canceled, well, how can you make money? And not only that, a lot of people wanted refunds, and sometimes they couldn't. They got angry. High energy prices. So even when there were flights, the prices were extremely high. And fear among the public of being exposed to COVID. So it kind of killed some travel agency. A number of travel agencies actually went out of business. Okay, anyway, I hope you got it. I hope it was clear. I hope it was very informative. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.